concerts here. Um, and yes, this is to help my family, my children, Michael and Sophia, because we all had a major, major hit. And I don't think people realize how major it is. I'm looking around for something. Give me 1 second here. A lot of people don't realize how big of a hit. We got hit with, like, the dinosaurs when they got hit with that meteorite. What is the asteroid? That's what we got hit with. Something very similar. We got hit with something very similar. Um, it's a miracle I'm even still standing, if you want me to tell you the truth. I have to. You know what it is? I have no choice. You want to hear my situation? I got 2 kids. So basically, I have to stay strong. No other option for me. No other option. I have to be strong for them. Oh my God. And if you could believe it, my son had strep throat. I'm taking care of him. I'm giving him all of his antibiotics. I mean, the punches don't stop. First, it was the flu he had, and then it turned to strep throat. I mean, man, I don't get a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. One of the goals of these live streams is I really want to get my music known, my original music. So a lot of people tell me to do covers. I don't want to do covers. I used to do a lot of Billy Joel. I still do. I love Billy Joel. I love Elton John. A lot of my music is influenced by the great Billy Joel and Elton John. But I want to just stick to my originals. I want to get my originals known. I'm 47. I'm kind of old. I don't have much. I got to use the time I got left to get my originals known. So talking about originals, I come from Brooklyn, New York, baby. This is Brooklyn Funk. That's an original song, Brooklyn Funk, by yours truly, Richie Lavoie, aka the Apefather. Um, we are asking for entertainment tips to help our family in need. When you go to a piano bar and the piano player has a piano bar jar, you throw tips in. Well, my piano bar jar is my cash app. Okay. And if you are kind enough to do a very small cash app, I will give you a big shout out on my next video. So it is the $ Richard Lavoie. That is my cash app. $ RICHARD Lev is in Victor OI. There's no space, no underscore in between my first and last name. So you might say, well, why are you asking us to contribute to your Cash App? Well, if you have a good heart, sometimes families go through problems. It happens. But sometimes families go through catastrophes. What happened to my family was a catastrophe, and I'm not okay. I'm not okay. We're gonna get into that. If you think I'm okay, think again. Think again. I'm not okay. Okay, my wife Jennifer. Let me tell you, it was the love of my life. My God, do I miss this girl? I would do anything to have her back, and I mean it. Anything. If there was anything I could do, I would do it. I just want her back so bad. I want her back. Baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you. But I can't have her back. She passed away. She's been battling cancer for 10 years. The girl was very strong. Very, very strong. Uh, you know, it's kind of hard for me to go back and forth with this. I got to start worrying about celebrating her life. There's a picture of us when we were younger. Look at that. Here's my beautiful Jennifer when we were at our prime here. This is when we first met. Oh, man. Oh, my Jennifer. My Jennifer. Look at, here's another picture of Apefather in his prime over here, right? Not bad. Look at that. That's me in good old Brooklyn. Those are the days. It's really hard to deal with what I'm dealing with and to deal with what my children are dealing with, because not only did we lose my wife, 2 weeks after that we lost my mom, my beautiful mother Josephine, my second angel. She passed away in 2 weeks. So we have my wife and my mom passed away in 2 weeks. Now, what happened? We're going to talk about it when you all come here. Emotionally, oh my God, there's no words to describe the emotional pain. The emotional pain is absolutely insane. I just got a phone call. I don't know if that means that you could hear me, but there's no one here to even test it. I hope you can still hear me. I hope you can still hear me. But the emotional pain is unbearable. But we also have financial pain as well, because see, a lot of people, they try to make fun of me with this. Look, when me and Jennifer were first dating, I worked a regular job. I worked in sales. And Jennifer was an executive secretary. She worked at the New York Stock Exchange. She worked at the Two World Trade Center. So basically, what happened was when she got cancer in 2015, we had to make adjustments. She couldn't work anymore. Okay, we had to make adjustments, and I had to be full time with her. I had to take care of her. She needed my help. I found a way to become her caretaker through the insurance company, and that became my job. I became a full time caretaker. I was earning about $3,000 a month. My mom, at first she didn't make that much money, but with the help of, God bless my father, when he passed away, I was able to find a way to get her Social Security higher through his Social Security disability and a part of his pension. So she had around $3,500 a month. So we were surviving off this income. This was our income to pay the mortgage, to pay all of our bills. Unfortunately, when my two lovely ladies, my two angels now, when they passed away, that income left. That it's gone. So the first thing I need to do is make up that income, which is around 7 to 8,000 a month. Then anything I do after that will be will be gravy. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using my music abilities, my music talent to entertain you in the hopes of getting an entertainment tip, which will help my family in need. And I'm going to keep doing this. This is going to be ongoing. This is not going to stop. It's going to be an ongoing process every month for my YouTube channel. So you're going to learn a lot about what's good about this, you're going to learn a lot about my original music. My original music is something I really want to get out there. So you heard Brooklyn Funk. I'm going to give you another one here. This is a classical piece I wrote, Peace and Serenity, for my beautiful wife, Jennifer, and my mother, Josephine. Peace and Serenity. So if anyone would like to do an entertainment tip, this is my Cash App. If you don't have Cash App, you could always do Super Chats, but I prefer Cash App only because it's instant into my account, less fees. Super Chats, you got to wait like months for, and they're higher fees. But if you can't do Cash App, you could always do a Super Chat. But here is the Cash App, is the $ Richard Lavoy, $RichardLevoi. Help a family in need. I got my two children, Michael and Sophia. Michael's 14, Sophia's 11. I got to be a good dad. I got to take care of them. I got to make up this lost income. And I got to do better. I want to even do better. I want to surpass it. And I could do it with your help. I could do it with your assistance. You know, a lot of people ask me, Apefather, they say, are you doing good? How you feeling? How you holding up? You know what the truth is? I'm not doing well. All right. And I'm not holding up well. That's what the real truth is. I am not doing well. I'm not holding up well. It is devastating what me and my family have been through. Devastating. Devastating. And when you go through what I went through, I think about President Teddy Roosevelt before he was president. He had a similar thing happen to him. It's really rare. It's not too often in history that someone loses their wife and mother in 2 weeks. In his case, I think it was instant. I think it might have been a day, the same day or something. But he came home. His mother passed away. Then his wife passed away. But before his wife passed away, she gave birth to a baby, Alice. Now, he freaked out, Teddy. Teddy Roosevelt freaked out. He told everyone around him, never mention my wife's name. 2 years, he ran off to like Dakota, became a rancher, freaked out. Didn't even take care of his kid at first. I think he gave his kid to his sister or something, or one of the family relatives to take care of. He did come back eventually 2 years later and take care of her. But this is enough to make someone go, cuckoo. It really is. It's crazy what we've been through in my life. What keeps me strong? My children. I'm in pain though. I'm suffering. I'm in pain. I'm not happy. I'm not myself. But what am I gonna do? It's like not too many choices here. Wish I had a support system that would help. I don't have a support system at all. I'm doing this all alone pretty much. All alone. But I wanted to thank some people who gave cash apps. We got Asher-12. Thank you very much. We got Lacey from Brooklyn. We got Joshua. Kyle Witherspoon. Just these are the most recent ones. I'm going to keep doing shout outs for everybody who does the cash apps for our family. We'll do another one for you. So far, there's nobody here at the live stream, but hopefully that will pick up soon. Angie. Thank you, Angie. Beautiful Angie. We'll do one for Angie. This is a song I wrote called Who Will Be There For You. Let me tell you something. Times in life, you realize who your true friends are. Angie's a true friend. Angie is family. She's always been here for me and the family, for my wife, for my kids. We love you, Angie. I was thinking about the band Creed when I wrote this one. I sing on this one. This was my mother's favorite song. God bless my mother. I love my mother so much, Josephine. This was her favorite song I wrote. Who will be there for you? You are family. Let the strong only survive through these days. Feel the pain of this world in many ways. Trust so easily. My good heart broke constantly. Not too many people who going to be there for you. Going to be there for you. Change all the time. Hits you from out of the blue. When you're free, who'll be there for you? So that's a little quick version of Who Will Be There For You. Original song by Richie Lavoie, aka the Apefather. How you doing? Anybody would like to do a small cash app? I got to get back on my feet. We lost $7,000 a month. Income is gone. But this was not due to our fault. It was due to a tragedy. It was due to a catastrophe. It was due to something so heartbreaking that words cannot describe. My beautiful wife, Jennifer, and my mother passed away in 2 weeks. And I was her caretaker, Jennifer. I was her full-time caretaker. That was around $3,000 a month, and my mother's Social Security, disability pension, everything was around $3,500. I got 2 children, Michael and Sophia. They need help. So if anybody could do a small cash app, if enough people did a small cash app, we could recover this money. We could even surpass it. We could recover it and surpass it. That's the cash app. The $ Richard Lavoie. How you doing, Angie? Angie's a good person. The woman with the hands of gold. Angie's got the hands of gold. You've been told. When you're going through problems like I'm going through, you want to run away. There's a song I wrote called Run Away. All these years went by, nothing changed. Still the same man I was yesterday. I got my dreams and I got my doubts. Tired of this place, I need out. And I need out. I wanna run away to a place where I can't feel all this empty space. Run away without a trace. Run away to a place where I can't feel all this empty space. Run away without a trace. Run away. That's an original. Runaway by yours truly, Richie Lavoie, aka the Apefather. I just want you to start learning my original music. So what did we do? I think we did 4 songs so far, right? We did Brooklyn Funk. I don't know if you caught that one. Peace and Serenity. Who Will Be There for You and Runaway. I got to get these kids, we got to go on some kind of a vacation to get their mind off things. That's another thing I got to do, but I got to pay my bills first. before we can take them on vacation. Good morning, Detective Pikachu. I actually took off the haters, Detective Pikachu. I did it. We'll see if they come. But if they're bad, they got to go. That's the only thing. I believe in giving people second chances. But if they come back here with a vengeance, they got to go bye-bye. Bye-bye. Well, let's see how they come back, though. As long as they can keep it civil, Detective. If they can keep it civil, but if they can't keep it civil, they got to go. So with that said, let's do a little, this is a Caribbean song. I want to take my kids on a nice vacation. It's called People Change. E-A-O, E-A-O, la-di-da-da-da-da-di-da. E-A-O, E-A-O, la-di-da-da-da-da-di-da. Some people change the color of their hair. Maybe start a new look. Some people change their charms, like turning pages in a book. None of this surprises me at all. I accept the world for what it is. But why did you have to change the way you feel for me? It all happened so suddenly. And I tell you, don't worry, I'll be around. sleep at night. After everything we have been through, it seems so strange. Guess the answer is people change. Yeah-oh, yeah-oh, la-di-da-da-da-da-di-da. Some people change their names. Maybe it's just a statement. Some people change the places that they live, looking for something different. But none of this surprises me at all. I accept the world for what it is. But why did you have to change the way you feel for me? It all happened so suddenly. And I tell you, don't worry, it'll be alright. But I no longer sleep at night. After everything we have been through, it seems so strange. Guess the answer is people change. Little steel drums. None of this surprises me at all. I accept the world for what it is. But why did you have to change the way you feel for me? It all happened so suddenly. Thank you, Crazy Things. I tell you, don't worry, it'll be alright. But I no longer sleep at night. Oh, after everything we have been through, it seems so strange. Guess the answer is people change. Yeah-oh, yeah-oh, la-di-da-da-da-da-di-da. Yeah-oh, yeah-oh, la-di-da-da-da-da-di-da. That's called People Change. It's like a Caribbean man. Calypso man. I wrote that in the island of Jamaica. It's a funny story. This was before I knew Jennifer, my wife. I was with a buddy of mine, John, and we went to heathenism in Negril, Jamaica. It was an old dude resort. We lied to our girlfriends at the time. We told them that we were breezes. But I didn't know. My friend didn't tell me because he's a stunad that his girlfriend was a travel agent. Forget about it. So she called up all the hotels. She found out that we were in hedonism. And we went back to the resort, to the hotel. So the guy at the front desk, Maurice, he goes, Detective Pikachu. Thank you. Detective Pikachu, I love you, brother. I'm starting to love you. He says, Richie, man. This guy's name was Maurice. He says, message from America, man. I said, what's that? It's over, man, from Jackie and Antonella. Oh, man. I wrote a song called, I'll just do a quick little version. It's another, reggae song. Look what your love could do, man. You and me have been together so long, opposites attract. We had the good days and we had the bad days, but nothing will subtract the way I feel for you, even though we've been through a lot of ups and downs. I know it's not easy to always try and please me. I'm glad you're still around. Baby, look what your love love can do. Got me going crazy with the things you do. Baby, look what your love can do. Feel the melody. Got me going, got me going, got me going crazy. Baby, look what your love can do. Got me going crazy with the things you do. Baby, look what your love can do. Got me going, got me going, got me going crazy. That's a little reggae, man. Look what your love can do, man. Oh, man. Anybody who would like to do an entertainment tip, man. This is my Cash App. It is the $ Richard Lavoie. If you can't do Cash App, you could always do a super chat just like Detective Pikachu did. Thank you, Detective Pikachu. But if you could do Cash App, that is preferred because that is immediate for us. Super chats, we gotta wait 2 months, and it's larger fees. So Cash App would be a lot more better for us if you could do it. That is, the Cash App is also pinned. The comment is the Cash App is pinned with Angie. You see the comment below. So if enough people could do this, we could recover. We had a big hit, a big hit, when my wife and my mom passed away. I lost not only the two most important women in my life, my love, my Jennifer, my mother, Josephine, my two rocks of our family, which is never going to be the same again. Never. But we also lost an income of $7,000 a month. That's just unfortunately what happened. I was my wife's full-time caretaker, making $3,000 a month, and my mom's Social Security disability pension, $3,500, a little over $3,500. I'm not selling my house because the YouTube community is going to save me, John. I'm going to keep working hard on YouTube. I know, Detective Pikachu. I know that's why we got to get support in. We got to get support in quick. You got a little grace period, Detective Pikachu. You got about a 2 week. You got a 2 week grace period. So I don't have to technically pay the bill on the 1st. You got a 2 week grace period. So I still have about 2 weeks to make something happen for that. I could do it, Detective Pikachu. It's gotta work. I gotta work hard. I got to work hard, man. I gotta work hard. You gotta be 10 steps ahead of everything, Detective Pikachu. Let me do a song for my mom. She's in heaven right now. She's looking down on me and her grandchildren. It's called Josephine. Original. All of this music, by the way, that you're hearing is original music by Richie Lavoie, aka the Apefather. Here's Josephine. Josephine, you were there to guide me. You were there beside me. I could count on you. Josephine, you're the inspiration, and you are my best friend, now until the end. Years passed us by, and I realize how much I've learned from you. Mistakes I made, you showed me the way to make it all brand new. Josephine, everything that I dream until they ignore what they say. Follow your destiny, Josephine. You were there to guide me. You were there beside me. I can count on you, Josephine. You're inspiration, and you are my best friend now until the end. Believe me, I'm not doing good. I'm down. I didn't want to lose my wife. I didn't want to lose my mama. I don't even know how it happened. I mean, I know how it happened, but you just don't want to accept it. You know, my wife was dealing with cancer for 10 years, and I guess she was the miracle woman. She lived with it for 10 years, you know. It's just crazy how my mom had a triple bypass in 2018. She was never the same after that. Pretty much was constantly on a recliner, really didn't have mobility, didn't really get up that much. And I kept telling her, I was like, you know, she kept going to rehab, you know. She had COPD. God bless you, Ma. Salud. Salud, Jennifer. I kept telling her, you got to get it together. You got your grandkids here. Unfortunately, I don't know. It's just not too many people today, Detective Pikachu. Unfortunately, she didn't get it together, my poor mother. But Jennifer was a fighter, you know. I'm not trying to be mean to my mom, but my mom could have been more of a fighter. Jennifer was a fighter. That girl fought like I've never seen anybody fight before. Right to the end. Like I'll give you an example, right? Even just to the end, she fought with aspiration pneumonia for like a month and a half. She was fighting this. She didn't want to go. Jennifer was a fighter, man. She kept fighting and fighting and fighting, and it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, you know. I don't even know how to think about anything. I know that they should have treated her cancer. They didn't want to do it. You know, she was 75. That's young too. Listen, 75 is young. My grandmother was 97. My grandmother Anna. 75 is young. You know, but my wife was 46. And I know what you're going to say. A lot of people say, well, she had cancer, though, Rich. She had cancer, stage 4 cancer. I know, but if you lived with Jennifer like the way we lived with her, she acted like a girl who did not have cancer. And that's all I have to tell you. Many times I forgot she had cancer. You want me to tell you the truth? I forgot. I'm like, she doesn't have cancer, this girl. Because she didn't act like it. Like you could see her videos. Look at, right? Go on her Wigglicious channel. And, you know, this is throughout the whole process. Some of these videos she even made were recent, were like 4 months ago. That's what I'm saying. It's like, and she looks great. You would never, you know, it wasn't even the cancer, unfortunately, that did it. It was this pneumonia. I don't know. I can't deal with it. I mean, I know it was the cancer because she was having trouble chewing and swallowing, and I think that came from the cancer, I think, in the brain. I just can't accept it. You wonder what it is. It's like, I'm never going to accept it. It's just something that it's done. I mean, they passed away. I have my wife's ashes. My mother's ashes is with her mom and her beautiful father. So I know the reality of it, but it's just so heartbreaking. It's so sad. It's so effing heartbreaking. I went from having so much. My life got destroyed, if you could believe this. My life got destroyed in only a couple of weeks. My life got destroyed. I don't know how it could happen. Can you imagine having your mom and having your wife with you? And then they both pass away. You lose the two most important people in your life. You lose the two most important women, the rocks of your family. Now you're alone in life. I'm alone. I mean, I have my kids. We have the dogs and the kids, but I don't have my wife or my mom. I'm alone in the sense that the kids go to school and Mike is home because he's got strep throat. Michael is home. but Sophia's in school. She's okay. She got checked out. Uh, she's got to dance tonight, Sophia. She's going to have fun. I try to keep their lives normal, but my life is not normal. My life is not normal. Well, what am I going to do? Not too many options. You got to stay strong. You got to stay strong for the kids. That's it. That's the only option, is that I'm trying to figure out a way to become a successful YouTuber, and I could use your support. With your support, we can make back the money that we lost when my beautiful wife and my mom passed away. We lost around seven to 8,000 a month altogether. And with your help, we could recover that. Like, think about it. It's really not that much money if you really think. If, let's say, you had people give it $25 cash apps. Okay, so what is that? 100 people is $2,500, right? So you got what? 400 people. You got 10,000. We'll be above it. That's why I always try to use 25 as like the main, the main number, $25, because this way, 400 people, I think, is doable. It's a doable thing every month. And that would keep us in our house. That would keep us living good. And that's what we need to do. Now, I understand a lot of people can't do 25. They could do whatever they could do. Detective Pikachu, anything is possible. You got to stay positive. You got to stay positive, brother. And listen, also, I'm going to be doing a lot of videos too. So don't forget that. Hey, I had a guy, Detective Pikachu, give me a $1,000 cash app. Can you believe that? I had a guy, I'm not going to say his name, but because I don't know if he wants to keep that anonymous. But that guy gave me a $1,000 super chat. Not super chat, a cash app. Whose dog's barking at? Hold on. I'm done. Who are you barking at? Who are you barking at? I don't see anybody. I don't know. Heard them barking. What happened with, I don't want to really talk about my private life, but I'll answer these questions because these are important questions because people don't understand what happened, okay? My parents had a very bad marriage, okay? And unfortunately, my mother told me for years, and I should have done more research on it, that my father had life insurance for her. I was actually getting the statements too. And, I believed it. But I didn't realize until recently that he actually canceled it. So I didn't know this. I never look. It was my mother would take this mail. She had her own stack of mail. So my mother did not have life insurance, and unfortunately, my wife did not have life insurance either. But that's a long story. There's a reason for that. That was through something with the VCF that we got confused with. We thought that they were going to pay for funeral expenses and offer something which, unfortunately, in terms of life insurance, they don't do. But it's okay because we're going to be all right. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that. It's in the past. There's a lot of things that changed, now with certain things, certain programs. They told us things years ago that have now changed. Yeah, the funeral reimbursement, yeah, that they do. Takes a long time though, Detective Pikachu, all this stuff. It takes a long time, and it's only $3,000. It's only $3,000. But they do, yes, they do a funeral reimbursement, yes. And that's going to take some time. That's not going to be an immediate thing. Look, it is complicated. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. We're going to be all right. You just got to keep pushing. You can't give up. Look, you want to know what the good news is? They had wonderful, wonderful services. Everything worked out. Okay? Everything worked out the way that was planned. And that's all you could ask for, right, at the end of the day. So everything worked out. My mother is with her beautiful parents. That's what she wanted. She's with Anna. She's with her, mother Anna. She's with Joe, her father. Jennifer is with us. So it all worked out. That's the end result. As far as I'm concerned, it's my responsibility now to get it all together, and I can do it. But we gotta get more people in this. I notice sometimes when I end the live streams and I come back another time, sometimes you got to just end the live stream for some reason. I don't know why, but you got to just end it, come back with a new live stream, and you can get more people. But we'll finish off with one more song, and then we're gonna end it. This one's called "I'm a New Yorker," and remember something. Apefather's always going to be a New Yorker, even though I live in Jersey. These are all original songs I wrote. I'm a New Yorker. Nothing's gonna stand in my way. I'm a New Yorker. Fighting to pass traffic every day. Got places to go, people to see. Every second counts in New York City. I'm a New Yorker. Need a lot of cash to get by. I'm a New Yorker. My dreams limits are to the sky. Gotta be the best, can't settle for less if you're gonna make it in New York City. Little piano solo blows you away. A little blues there. I'm a New Yorker. Yeah, well, he's right. He's right, Ghoul. I am depressed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm depressed big time. But what am I gonna do? You come to the realization that sometimes in life, when something is so hard to accept, that you don't have a choice. What's happening with me right now is I just don't have a choice. I'm not happy about it. You think I'm happy that I lost the two most important women in my life, my loves, my mother and my wife? I love my mother. My mother gave birth to me. My mother gave me life. My mother was the best. My wife was the best. These are two beautiful people. What are you gonna do? It's freaking terrible, man. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. And like I said, we had a whole life set up that my whole life changed. See, what the funny thing is, people, you got to look at me for a second. You got to look at how this affected me. I had a situation where, because I was my wife's full-time caretaker, where my wife was home 24 hours a day with me. You understand? So we had a very unique situation. It was very unique where I could literally see my wife at any time because I was taking care of her all day, all night, everything. So if I wanted to see my wife, in the morning when the kids were in school, if I wanted to see her in the afternoon, whatever I wanted to do, she was here. My wife was here. I was taking care of her. And then when my mom was not in rehab, when she was here, she was also here, but my mom was in rehab a lot, unfortunately. But when my mom was not in rehab, she was here too. So the thing is that now I went from having, my wife and my mom pretty much always here to now being alone. I'm alone in life. That's what I am. You want me to tell you the truth? I'm alone. I have nobody. I have my kids. Kids are in school. Michael's not in school because he's got strep throat. He's like, be a man. I think I'm being a man because I'm not giving up. Wouldn't you? Agree? I love when people say that to me. They say, So what would be the definition of a man to you? I'm continuing. I'm there for the kids. I'm taking care of my family, and I'm still on YouTube, and I'm still working, and I'm doing everything I have to do. So I think I'm being a man. I think I'm being a man. Why don't you be a man and help out a family in need? Because you're a big shot, right? This is my Cash App. It is the $ Richard Lavoie. The $ RICHARDLEVOI. That is the Cash App. This is my piano bar jar. You know, when you go to a piano bar, you see a piano player, he's playing, you throw some money in his tip jar. Well, this is my tip jar for entertainment tips, my Cash App. It is the $ Richard Lavoie. Any small entertainment tip is greatly appreciated, and we will give you a big shout out. Okay? I would make the kids. I'll say, thank you, the whole fam. We're going to make videos and give big shout outs to everybody who could help us. Now, if you don't have Cash App, of course, we accept Super Chats as well. Cash App is what's preferred only because it's lower fees and it's instant. Super Chats could take 2 months. So that's the bottom line. That's the facts, Jack. That's the truth, root. Oh, man, oh, man. Yeah. But even though I am a man, like Ghoul, it's always enough to bring me to my knees. You take away my wife and my mother. Let me tell you something. I'm a tough guy. You could put me in the jungle. I'll fight a lion. I'll fight a tiger, a grizzly bear. I'm a tough guy, okay? But here's the thing. You take away my wife, you take away my mom, I fall to my knees. This got me. This really got me. Look, Ghoul, I don't want to kick you off, man. Just can you stop it, please? Can you just stop it? Because I'm going to kick you off, and then we got to start the whole process again. All right? I'm not selling anything. Relax. It's all going to work out. All right? It's all going to work out. Because I have plan A and I got plan B. Believe me, you always have to have a backup plan, My backup plan is I'll do sales again, all right? No, my backup plan is I'll get involved. I'll probably get a sales job on the side. Okay, you have to have a backup plan. You have to. Okay, so maybe I'll do sales and I'll do YouTube. I'm looking into a sales job, okay? So I have a plan B. We'll work it out. I will work it out. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried. We'll make it happen, baby. This is for my old AMC brothers. You still out there? I wish you could all come back. Your Apefather's got diamond balls. Tells you to buy and hold. We'll do this one for Detective Pikachu. He gave a super chat. Your Apefather's got diamond balls. Tells you to buy and hold. Your investment will turn to gold. Royal flush will never fold. Sing it, everybody. Ahoo, AMC to Pluto, and GameStop too. Ahoo, AMC to Pluto, and GameStop too. Strong Games want more bananas. They take them from the weak apes who sell. Hedge funds think they're gonna win, but we ain't heard no bell. Sing it, everybody. short squeeze coming. You're gonna make us all rich. Patrons crying in their office. Life is such a bitch. Sing it, everybody. Ahoo, AMC to Pluto, and GameStop too. Ahoo, AMC to Pluto, and GameStop too. I'll never forget Amy and Gabby. Never. Never, baby. Amy and Gabby forever. But remember, that song is not financial advice. I am not a financial planner. It's for entertainment purposes only. Anybody who would like to help Apefather out and his family get back on track here, we lost the two most important people in our life, my wife Jennifer and my mother Josephine, in a span of 2 weeks. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. We also lost, unfortunately, an income of $7,000 a month, which we desperately need to make back. Thank you, Gabriel. A very small entertainment tip will help us get back on track. And I will give you a very big shout out for anybody who could help us. Gabriel, are you the guy who was talking about that video that was the $100 billion? You realize that was a computer glitch, right? I don't have $100 billion, right? No, because I made this video. It was like some kind of a mistake in the bank account. I don't know what happened, but there was like a glitch. And I wish that was true. Oh my God, I would be the happiest man in the world. Well, not really, because I still miss my wife and my mom. So money won't do it. That was that you. Yeah, I made this video. It was like a computer glitch, and some psycho was like, "Do you really have $100 billion?" Like, come on. Oh my God. No, I do not have $100 billion. My son has the flu too, but he has a strep throat as well. I hope you feel better, Andreas. Feel better. But once again, we're just trying to make up. If enough people, like I was telling Detective Pikachu, if like say 400 people did about $25 each, there's around 10,000. So we could actually make up to 7, and we would have a surplus of 3,000 if each person did a $25 cash app. Okay, I think it's possible. $25, I give you a big shout out, and you're helping children here too. This is not just me, you know. I got an 11-year-old daughter, and I got a 14-year-old son. They just lost their mom. They just lost their grandma. Come on, have a heart. I mean, this is not just for me. No, I couldn't withdraw it. It ended in about 5 minutes. By the time I got to the bank, it went back to normal. It was just a glitch. I wish. Oh, man, oh, man. Imagine you went to like the teller, be like, I'd like to withdraw $1 billion because it was $100 billion, right? Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. This is a song I wrote Monday with the blues, but today is Friday. So say Friday with the blues. Yeah, but hey, Father, no one has the blues on Friday. I do. I miss my wife and my mom. So once again, anybody with the good heart to help a family in need, $25 or more would be tremendous. $25 or more, Cash App. This is my Cash App, Richard Lavoie, $ Richard Lavoie, $ RICHARD LEVOI. There is no underscore, no space in between my first and last name. Trying to make up about $7,000 a month. The goal is 400 people, $25 a month. 10,000 will actually have a surplus. So that's the goal, if possible. You know, you're not just helping me, but you're helping children, my son Michael and my daughter Sophia. Yeah, DJT, that was a shocker there. I don't really want to talk about stocks right now, Detective Pikachu, but yes. Everything is a shocker. Listen, when you lose your wife and your mom in 2 weeks, that's a shocker. You want to hear a shock? That's a shocker. That's a shock. Nothing else comes close. That's a shocker. I wrote a song called Acceptance is the Hardest Thing. Let me do a little piece for you here. I don't know how you could accept what happened to me and my family. Everyone keeps telling me you got to accept it. How do you accept it though? I mean, I know they're gone. Yeah, I cremated. My wife was cremated. My mother was cremated. They're not coming back. But so you might say that's it. Accept it, right? No, because you keep replaying it in your head. You're like, maybe I should have did something different. Could have, should have, would have. All these things. I think I did everything I could do. When my mom collapsed, listen, she collapsed right in front of me. I immediately called the paramedics. They got there in 4 minutes. I was doing mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. I was giving a CPR. And the paramedics said that when they got there, she had a pulse. So I did good. She had the pulmonary embolism or whatever it was called. She had something. It was terrible. But I did everything to try to save my mom. I did everything to try to save Jennifer, you know. They were talking about hospice with Jen when I first took her in because they said the cancer spread too much. I said, no, no hospice. I said, do something, help her, help her. I got them to do a lot of things, you know. They treated her, the aspiration pneumonia. They put in the shunt, which was to drain the liquid in the brain, and that she was in like a partial coma for like 2 weeks. And when they did that shunt, she came out of it. She was like coherent. So I was actually getting optimistic. But she was just so weak, the poor girl. She was on a ventilator 2 times. One was 5 days, one was 14 days. It was too much. I don't even want to talk about it no more. But the key was I wanted them to, what's up, Adrian? I wanted them to treat the cancer. They didn't want to do it. They were like, it's too far ahead. I couldn't get them to do it. I was begging them, pleading with them to do it. You know, it's sad. But I still can't accept it because my wife she's the biggest thing I can't really accept is that, I mean, my mom wasn't moving at all for like years. I'm not going to lie to all of you. My mom didn't shock me. I love my mom, though. I love her with all my heart and soul, but my wife shocked me. You know, only a few days before all of this happened, my wife was at my daughter's birthday party and she was singing She was singing to our daughter, and she was in great shape. Life could turn very quickly. I hope it never happens to anybody, but I've learned this in life. It could turn quick, very quick, unfortunately. Um, Detective Pikachu, you mentioned this song the other day. Back into My Arms. This is for Jennifer. So many nights I wish that you were here, girl. You're living your life since I let you get away. Now I called you on the telephone and you seem surprised to hear from me. All I wanted was to tell you how much I was sorry I hurt you. Now I want you back into my arms. I can change all my mistakes. If you just take one more chance, I promise you there's no more heartaches. I want you back. Come back into my arms. That's for Jen. I love you, Jennifer. Hey, what's up, Lacey? What's up, Biker Wolf? What's up? Let's do a Brooklyn song for Lacey. Do a little Brooklyn funk too. Brooklyn song into Brooklyn funk. Grew up on the Coney Island side. Hot dogs and Nathan's in a cyclone for a ride. Cruising down 86th Street. Got my windows open, blasting music with a beat. Saturday night at Bay Ridge. Picked up a girl, made out under the Verrazano Bridge. Late night food at Del Rio Diner. Nothing makes me feel finer than good old Brooklyn is on my mind. Only Brooklyn, one of a kind. I want Brooklyn to always be home to me. Brooklyn 1, 2, 3, 4. That's for Lacey from Brooklyn right there. Yeah, Adrian, man, I'm not doing good, brother. You know, I have a problem with acceptance. Thank you, Adrian. I have a problem with it. I'm not going to lie to you. But before I get into that, anybody who would like to do an entertainment tip, if you don't have Cash App, you could always do a super chat. But if you have Cash App, we prefer Cash App. It's instant, it's less fees. Super chat, you got to wait up to like 2 months for. So that's the only problem. And plus, there's large fees. So anybody has a Cash App, it's the $ Richard Lavoy. There's no space, no underscore in between my first and last name. A very small Cash App. I was telling people if I could get people to do $25 each, forget about it. We have 400 people, 10,000 a month. I can make up the 7,000 I lost, and we can have a surplus. That would be beautiful. We lost 7,000 a month income when my wife and my mom passed away. I was Jennifer's caretaker. I was making 3,000 a month, and my mom was around 4,000 with everything. So we lost a big income. What are you gonna do? These things happen. What are you gonna do about it? You gotta figure out what to do. You gotta handle it. I know I'm not the only person who's got problems in this world. That's why I wrote a song. Everybody's got problems. We'll do that real quick. I was thinking of Michael Jackson when I wrote this. Let's do that again. 2, 3, 4. When your love bends before your eyes, everybody's got problems. Losing your job, kissing it goodbye. Everybody's got problems you can't hide. You can't hide. Life could beat you up bad. It's easy to just give up. Don't get knocked down. You gotta get mad. Fight back and be the one standing up. When your love ends before your eyes, everybody's got problems. Losing your job, kissing it goodbye. Everybody's got problems you can't hide. Yeah, so we'll talk a little bit about what Adria was saying about what I'm going through. But before that, if anybody wants to do, it would be really nice if we could get people to do $25 or more, but at least 25. Cash App. I will give you a very big shout out. Help a family in need, help 2 children in need. Michael, who's only 14, Sophia's only 11. They lost their mom, they lost their grandma. I lost my wife and my mother. We lost our income, 7,000 a month that we need to live on. So we really need support right now. We need entertainment tips. And I will give you a very big shout out if you could do it from your heart. God bless you. If you don't have Cash App, you could always do super chats. Cash App is the preferred only because it's instant, lower fees, whereas super chats are higher fees and take up to 2 months. Also, the comment is pinned with Angie. Oh, I don't feel well anymore, guys. Look, I will talk about what I'm going through. It's very sad and my God. It's like in November, I took my wife, to the hospital. She was complaining. She wasn't feeling well. This was right around Thanksgiving, like a day before that. And they did an MRI on her. They said the cancer spread to the spinal cord. So it was from the brain to the spinal cord tunnel. That's not good. That's a very rare cancer. Only 5% of people get. It's not something you live a long time with. My suspicions, I think she got it from when she had the brain surgery in 2024. I'm not an advocate of surgery. I always told my wife, I told her, she didn't listen to me. I love her, but she didn't listen to me. I told her I'll give you an example, back in 2016, she had cancer, but it was contained. I want everyone to understand it was contained. It was called DCIS. It was contained in her breast, in her left breast. So I said, leave it alone. Don't even touch it. I told her, don't even touch it. Well, unfortunately, when she got the surgery, she got a mastectomy. It spread. It spread to stage 4. That's what happens with surgeries. Again, I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice, and I'm not coming across like I'm a doctor. Please, this is just from personal experience. So you could take it or leave it. It's not medical advice, but I told her, don't get the surgery. It spread after that. I didn't even want her to get the brain surgery, but she wanted to get it because at the time she was losing certain memories. She was forgetting dates. She was having difficulty with her vision and writing. And when she got the surgery done initially, it helped her. She got all those senses back. But I believe that that's what caused the cancer to spread. It's all these surgeries. It's the effort surgeries. Because the cancer that she got is too rare. Now, the thing is, in November, they wanted to do something called whole brain radiation. Now, my wife was dead against that. She didn't want to do it. I hate to use that term. Let's take that back. She was against it. Okay, she was against it. She didn't want to do it because whole brain radiation leads to dementia. Her father has dementia, and she didn't want it. She's like, I'm not doing it. And the doctor was like, that's all there is. That's the gold standard. We found out later that there was something called proton therapy. That's what she should have got. But we didn't find that out, unfortunately, until later, a few months later. Unfortunately, Phil for real is in a wheelchair, really? I mean, God bless him, man. I didn't hear that. I mean, if that's true, God bless him. Listen, guys, let me start by saying I wish everyone in this world the best. You understand me? Even you, Detective Pikachu. I wish everybody the best. The best of health, the best of happiness, the best of success. I wish Phil for real, sincerely the best. Um, the truth is that, oh my God, there's 9 likes and there's 11 dislikes. 9/11. Every time I see it at 9/11, I think about my wife. That's how she got the cancer. A lot of families were affected from 9/11. You want to know what it is? The biggest thing, before I get into the stuff with Jen, the biggest thing was that throughout all of this nightmare with Jen of dealing with cancer and dealing with all the things she dealt with, pneumonia, she was always so strong. She was 100%. She was 100%. And I would never believe that she would ever die from it. Like, seriously, because if you would have lived with Jennifer, you would understand what I'm saying. It's hard to understand what I'm saying unless you lived with her. The girl was like Wonder Woman. There were times like, look, I don't know if you all the haters, right? Remember, you used to all say like her cancer was like fake. You probably remember that, all the haters, right? Because the reason why so many people thought, even like Lou, may Lou rest in peace. May Lou rest in peace. Even Lou thought there was something wrong. He's like, how is this girl living so long? She sounds great. She looks great. Yeah, Phil wasn't the nicest to Jennifer, but I still wish her well, Adrian. I don't wish anybody bad. I don't wish nobody bad. But a lot of people were like, oh, Jed's cancer is fake. Remember? I don't think no one's saying that no more. Not even Cindy Lou Who, remember her? She doesn't say nothing else. Because the reason why so many people thought that Jennifer's cancer was fake was because not only was the girl alive like 10 years later, but I didn't hear what happened to John Wick Snippet. But not only was Jennifer's cancer like it seemed everybody was fake, right? Well, I got to tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. I started thinking myself, me. I started thinking, I'm like, something is wrong here. Because I was looking at my wife and she's walking and she's talking and she's eating like me, big appetite. Again, the 9/11, 9 likes, 11 dislikes. Um, she was just great. She was just great, in great shape, my wife, the whole time. Like I said, January 7th was Sophia's 11th birthday. She was there singing to Sophia. It's just that the time for her to have gotten treatment was in November. She needed to get treatment there. She kind of gave up. Like after the doctor was telling her the whole brain radiation and she didn't want to do it. She convinced me reluctantly for her to go on palliative care. I should have never agreed to it. I don't know what I was smoking. I don't know. I was smoking some kind of thing. I think I was hashish, just a joke. Just kidding around. That's a joke. I gotta watch everything I say on social media. I do not smoke hashish. That is a joke. But she uh she said, Rich, just I go on palliative care. I get to stay home with you and the kids, and I'll live out my life, and they'll give me all the pain management. But what happened was I started giving her something extra. I was giving Jennifer turmeric, and the turmeric was actually working. She was telling me that all of her pain was going away. She said all the pain in her body was getting better. It was like amazing. I got the one with the pepper extract that supposedly crosses the blood brain barrier. So I was optimistic. There's a in vitro test where the turmeric actually was curing cancer in mice and rats and all that stuff. Again, this is not my opinion. You could look it up, but I'll just say for entertainment purposes only because I don't want to say that turmeric. I don't want to say anything. There is no cure for cancer, but I'm just saying that in vitro test, it was actually helping mice with cancer, with tumors. So again, I'll say that that's all just speculation. You got to look it up. I'll say it's for entertainment purposes only. If this is true, what you're saying about John Wick snipping that he went into depression mode, first of all, um, I want to say God bless him. I want to say God bless his family, and I hope that he's okay, and I hope that he gets out of it. But um, money should never be something you get depressed about. Can I tell you something? I lost a lot of money on AMC. Okay, a lot of money, a lot. And let me tell you something. It comes back. Money is something you can make back. Money is something that will come back. What is something that won't come back is life. Okay, that's something that can't come back. That's something to get depressed over. Okay, you want to hear the difference between me and John Wick snippet? Okay, I'm not going to get depressed over money. No, money is something that can be made back. Don't you all understand this? You lose it, you can make it back. All you got to do is work hard. You get it back. That's it. Then the second time around, you won't be so careless. You be smarter. That's it. First time around, you mess up. Second time around, you're not careless. Okay. But this is the thing, life can't be brought back. Now, that's something to get upset about. I can't bring Jennifer back. I can't bring my mother, Josephine, back. Thank you, Holly. Chopper, 1977. The God's honest truth is I'm not doing well. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie to anybody on this live stream, but I'm keeping it together for my children. And I don't know what else to do. If you want me to be honest with you and tell you the truth, I don't know what else to do. People talk about support groups. I guess I'll look into that. The cancer survivors groups, and I'm looking into more therapy. I gotta get therapy. I'm not really doing so good because Jennifer was 46. She was too young, and like I said, relatively was okay. she didn't show any signs of anything. This happened relatively quick. It's very sad. And she was everything to us, my wife, my mother too. But what can I do about it? Not much. So I just try to live out my life. I'm trying so hard to, find some form of joy. I have joy left. My only joy is my children. That's it. Children are my joy. Michael and Sophia. That's it. That's all. I can't find joy in anything else, honestly. Mhm. If anybody would like to do a small cash app, there it is. We're trying to get back on track here, my family. I don't know yet. I still have to do taxes. I'll let you know, Detective Pikachu, but um, I got to do it coming up. I gotta get my head on straight. Guys, my head's not on straight no more. It's We went through too much of a loss here, man. Too much of a loss. It's hard for me to get my head back on straight. It's hard. I'm trying, man. I need help. I don't have a support system. No one supports me. I'm not even talking financially. I'm talking emotionally. Like, there's just really nobody here for us, and it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad that nobody is here for us during this time, because you really need, like, times like this, you need tremendous support, not just a little support. Tremendous, tremendous support. Tremendous support. Oh, definitely not the godmother. No. Nope. Nope, not at all. Wants nothing to do with us. I don't know. It all started because of that stupid thing. You all know what happened. I don't want to talk about it. Jennifer always felt that her cousin would be like a second mom. Okay, now, when my wife passed away, I admit to you, I wasn't myself. I think I went into a major depression at first. It was like yeah, well, I'll tell you, we'll talk about what happened with the godmother. I wasn't myself, okay? All I remembered was that Jennifer said, Richie, she always told me this, if anything ever happens to me, I want you to contact my cousin, the godmother, and I want you to talk to her about being a part of the children's life. And I love you, Holly Chop in 1977. I know that. I love you. Um, so what happened was I contacted her when Jen passed, and we agreed to meet at Harold's. We went out to Harold's. By the way, it didn't happen quick. I mean, she does have a little bit of a she has a little bit of a condition, the girl. I think it's ADD or something. The first week, she didn't want to hang out with us. She had to clean her clothes or something. But it was like the second week, we ended up going to Harold's. That was a red flag right there. Like, you would think that she would have hung out with us immediately. No, it was actually week two. But we had a great time at Harold's. We had a wonderful, wonderful dinner, a wonderful time. And, when the kids went to sleep later that night, I called her. And I just said to her like this. I said, that was a mistake. Okay, I don't want to talk about it. It was a mistake. I just said, look, would you like to do this more often? Like, hang out with the kids, go to restaurants, maybe whatever, movies, Broadway plays, whatever. Yeah. She goes, yeah, I want to be a part of it. So everything was fine. So I simply said, and I'm going to try to explain why I said this. I simply said to her, who knows? I said 3, 4 years down the line, maybe something could develop for us. I said, who knows? Now, you realize it was a hypothetical, okay? Meaning, like, it's not guaranteed. It was a maybe, okay? So she went ballistic over it. I mean, she went, oh my God. She got super insulted, never wanted to talk to me again pretty much after that. And even the kids, which is crazy. I mean, okay, you don't want to talk to me, but you don't want to talk to the kids, your godchildren. She completely freaked out. Blocked the kids on Snapchat, blocked us on Facebook. She just went crazy. You know, what are you gonna do? We tried contacting her a lot. She never responded. So I think that's all she wrote. There's not much you can do. I've been seeing that a lot lately with a lot of people, though. I think when you go through great grief, a lot of people can't handle it. I had a little problem with my cousin today. I don't want to get into it, but this is a guy who was great to me. He was a great support system. I think he doesn't want to talk to me anymore. I think I might have overwhelmed him with, because I was calling him a lot. He was like my support system. I think he finally got to the point where he was like, I can't take it no more. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. What are you going to do? I think I'm going to call this live right now, but I'll be back in a little bit. Got to take a shower. Got to relax a little. God bless everybody. God bless all of you. Thank you for your support. I will be back in a little bit. Okay? God bless.